ladies and gentlemen. My name is Neal and I am your NFL guru. And I'm feeling a lot better now, so I'm ready to bring you some awesome predictions. Just to recap, last week was a very solid week. Nailed a lot of the games correctly, and I even nailed a lot of spreads correctly on my own. But in terms of publicly, named just about every game correctly, so it was a very solid week. Now, this week, I call it Upset City, baby, because it's going to be a very crazy week with a lot of upsets. Those underdogs are going to come through this week. So let's start it right away with, in my opinion, the match of the week. This is the best matchup maybe of the entire year. The 9-2 Chiefs host the 9-3 Chiefs host the 10-2 Oakland Raiders. This is going to be a hell of a game. Both teams are playing very well this season. The Chiefs have won a few games that they had no business winning, but regardless, they're 9-3, man. Their record shows. The Raiders look awesome. Oh my God, 10-2. Derek Carr hits his other hand, and the guy's unbelievable. They dropped, 30-plus points on a very solid Buffalo Bills defense. Crabtree was phenomenal. Cooper was phenomenal. Khalil Mack again with the strip sack, had a couple of sacks, forced fumbles, just unreal, man. Absolutely unreal how good this Raiders team is. They're taking on the Chiefs at Arrowhead Stadium. It's going to be close. This is basically for the AFC West and for a first-round bye. And I'm taking the Raiders to win this one. It's going to be a very close game from start to finish, and I'm talking close because it's going to be freezing. Both teams are going to run the ball a lot, but I'm looking at those Raiders winning this one and taking first place and sole first place in the division. They are going to win this one 26-23. What a game it's going to be. They're going to make a game-winning stop defensively and win this one. All right. Vikings at the Jaguars. Got to take Minnesota. I think Jacksonville will keep this close, and I mean very close. But look for Minnesota to win this one, even without Harrison Smith, most likely. Redskins at the Eagles. Said it before, said it again. Carson Wentz, unreliable. Guy got blown out by the Bengals. He looked awful. This guy's a bust, man. I said it since the beginning. He started off great, but I said it's going to fall off. And look at where he is now. He's looking awful. Absolutely awful. I'm very disappointed in the way he's playing. The Eagles are a good team, okay? They're a very good football team, and they're well coached. But Carson Wentz is, it's just so bad. It's unfortunate because I actually like the Eagles. I like watching that team play, but I'm taking Washington in this one. They're fighting for a playoff chance. They're going to win this game. The Broncos at the Titans. First one was the Raiders. Second upset of the week, taking the Tennessee Titans to upset this one in their home crowd. They're going to win this game in a close one. Really get the Simeon and run the ball heavily with DeMarco Murray and Derrick Henry. The Titans win this one. Texans at the Colts for basically first place in the division. It's essentially first, but I'm taking Indianapolis in this one. I think it's going to be a close game, but Indianapolis edges out Houston by this little. I'm calling 28-27. Indy wins. Cardinals at the Dolphins. I'm going with Miami. They're at home. They're a pretty good team at home. Look for them to win this game. Bears at the Lions. Got to go with Detroit. I think they're going to win this game for sure. Listen, you guys, I am so sorry to any Bears fans out there. I am so sorry for picking you guys to lose to the 49ers. Never happening again. I apologize. I actually thought the Niners were looking good. They're a fraudulent team, deceitful team. They're terrible. They're just absolutely terrible. They're even worse than the worst teams. I consider the Browns more competitive than they are, and they actually have been more competitive. So I apologize to you Bears fans out there. I know I can't pick you guys this week because they're playing a good Detroit team, but I will give you guys most likely one more upset this season, so hang in there. We'll find out soon. Chargers at the Panthers, taking Carolina in this one. San Diego could win this game, and I would not be surprised. But Carolina's at home. I think they're pretty angry. They're going to win this one. The Steelers at the Bills, a huge upset here. I'm taking Buffalo to run wild for 250-plus rushing yards total by the Buffalo Bills in this game, and they're going to win this one in a nail-biter against Pittsburgh. Bengals at the Browns, major upset of the week. Yeah, I'm doing it. I am definitely doing it. The Cleveland Browns are winning this game and getting their one and only win of the entire season. The Cleveland Browns are going to take home their trophy, their Super Bowl trophy, knocking out the Bengals and getting their one win and their one divisional win. They got bragging rights over Cincinnati there. They got a higher draft pick if they win this game, So that's all that matters there. But I'm going to take the Cleveland Browns to get their first win here. The Jets at the 49ers. Once again, I apologize to everyone. This is the worst game maybe of the last 4 to 5 years. One of the worst games I have ever seen. It is so bad. You see the Jets get blown out 41-10, I believe, and the Niners are just the Niners. I mean, Colin Kaepernick set the record for the least amount of passing yards in a single half with 4, and the least amount of passing yards in a single game with 5. 5! Oh my God. Unreal how bad he is. Oh my goodness. It's just, Blaine Gabbert has put up better numbers against worse defenses. So it's a fact and a statistic that Gabbert has actually played less badly than Kaepernick has. Very interesting to see. I'm taking the New York Jets in this one. I think they got humiliated and they're actually playing for something here. I think Matt Forte runs wild over the Niners. The Falcons at the Rams. I'm taking Atlanta. The Rams are looking good. Goff is playing very well. He'll probably have a good game. I'll look for Atlanta to win this one. Seahawks at the Packers. I'm taking the Seattle Seahawks to win this one. They stay hot. Green Bay is going to make it close. And when I say close, I mean close. I'm talking like 4 or 6 point win at most by Seattle, but look for Seattle to win this one. I think, Thomas Rawls looks outstanding. The guy's running wild. So look for them to win this. Saints at Buccaneers. I'm taking Tampa Bay to win this one. It's going to be close as well, but I'm taking the Buccaneers to win this one because they're playing for a playoff spot, man. They're trying to win the division with Atlanta. Cowboys at the Giants on Sunday night. And I'm taking the New York Giants to win this one. It's going to be a very good game, but look for the Giants to win this one in a nail-biter. Get 5-1 at home. They're a good team at home. They're going to give the Cowboys their second loss of the season here. Finally, we have Monday Night Football. And I'm taking in a Baltimore Ravens at the New England Patriots matchup. The New England Patriots to win this one. They stay hot. They're going to win this game. They haven't looked that great defensively. Without Jamie Collins, it's a big impact. But look for the New England Patriots to win this one. Finally, fantasy news. Quarterback, start Tom Brady. Gotta start him against a Baltimore Ravens secondary. That's god-awful. Sit Ben Roethlisberger. Don't trust him this week against Buffalo. They're going to get a lot of sacks on him. Start running backs Latavius Murray and Lesean McCoy. Latavius, we know what this guy does on primetime. He may be one of the best primetime running backs of our generation, like the last maybe 6 or 7 years since Marshawn Lynch. Since Marshawn is obviously the king of primetime, but I'd say after that, Latavius right now recently on primetime, the guy's unbelievable. I mean, he has 9 touchdowns on primetime television, 4 games. That's absolutely ridiculous. I definitely think Latavius Murray is going to do very well this week. And LeSean McCoy, he's going to run wild over a very porous Pittsburgh defense. Sit Jordan Howard. Don't trust him this week, especially against Detroit. And sit Frank Gore. Do not trust him against a Houston defense that's going to clamp on the run. Wide receiver, start Mike Evans playing the Saints. Oh, man, he's going to go off. Start him. And start Odell Beckham, man. I know he was disappointing last week, but you guys know how good this guy is on Sunday Night Football. He's absurd, especially against Dallas. Keep that in mind. So I'm taking Odell to go off this week. Wide receivers, sit Jordy Nelson. Don't trust him this week. He's playing Seattle Seahawks defense with Sherman. Don't ever start him. And Larry Fitzgerald, I don't trust him this week. I don't think he's going to do as well. He's not as high used in that offense. He's less valuable, so sit him. Tight end, start Greg Olsen. Great start this week. I have to start a guy like Olsen. Sit Will Ty. I don't trust Ty this week. I think he's been good, but I don't trust him this week against a Dallas defense that's pretty decent stopping tight ends. Kicker, start Matt Bryant. Great start this week against the Rams. He's going to be kicking a lot of field goals in that California weather, that Los Angeles weather, man. And kickers, sit Mason Crosby. It's cold in Green Bay. It is cold. Yeah, Seattle may stop him, but I don't even think Crosby's going to hit a lot of field goals this week, so sit him. Finally, defense, start the Detroit Lions defense. They're playing the Bears. They're going to force a lot of turnovers and sacks. Sit the Kansas City Chiefs defense. The Raiders are the best offense in the league when it comes to beating down fantasy defenses because they don't turn the ball over. They put up a lot of points, and they just dominate the time of possession. Those 3 things, you can't beat something like that, so definitely sit the Chiefs defense. And I have the Chiefs defense on my fantasy team, so I'm sitting them for sure. By the way, sleepers, quarterback Tyrod Taylor, he's playing the Steelers defense. He's going to have a great game. Running back Todd Gurley and running back Matt Forte. Gurley's going to have a huge game against Atlanta. Matt Forte's going to have a huge game against the 49ers. And wide receiver sleepers, finally, we got Terrelle Pryor. I think he's going to have 120-plus yards and 2 touchdowns against the Bengals. And Sammy Watkins, he finally gets back on track against that Pittsburgh defense. So there you have it, folks. Those are my predictions this week. Stay tuned. It's going to be a very, very fun week with the Upset City, baby. It's going to be fun to watch. But look for very intense matchups, especially primetime with Thursday and Sunday night being maybe the matchups of the year. So keep in mind, go ahead and watch those games. Enjoy football. I apologize for a long video, but I know it's playoffs time for you guys, for most people in fantasy football, so I want you guys to win. So good luck, you guys. Go out there and win. Have a good one.